Okay, so many times when I'm in my ward and meeting people on the street, they ask me, what can I recycle? What do I need to throw in the garbage? What do I need to put in the green bin? And so I thought that what I do today is basically with all the stuff that people may have questions about, that I have questions about in my own home. We would ask someone who's a real expert in this area, and I want to introduce you to Councillor Baeremaeker.
Hello everybody.
And he's going to help us sort through, this is frankly from my house. I'm a bit embarrassed to show you my home trash, but this is what it is. And I'm going to ask him to help us sort through what is blue box, what is litter, and what can go in the green bin. So there's some things that, Glenn, that I'm sure about, and that's the paper stuff, right? All the paper stuff we know goes into the blue
first,
box.
Joe, I gotta say, this is really disgusting. Your wife let you leave the house with all this stuff?
It's for educational purposes.
Okay, well...
This is a teaching moment.
Okay, great. Okay, well, for all you wives out there or husbands who's ever in charge of the garbage, don't let your own spouse do this at home. You know, who knows what could happen. But it is disgusting. Do I have to touch any of this stuff?
No, I'll touch it. You just tell me where it goes.
Good. Okay.
So things like, so all the paper stuff.
And the reason we want to do this is, one, people now have to pay for how much garbage they make.
That's right.
So the more garbage you make, the more you have to pay. So you want to put stuff into your green bin, into your recycling bin, out into your yard waste, so that you don't have to pay us money.
That's exactly it. And my residents in Ward 21, I'm not sure about your residents in the good place of
Scarborough. They're into it in Scarborough.
Our folks want to recycle as much as possible, and in fact, we are known for being real environmentalists in our community. So, here, all the plastic bags now.
This cannot be recycled. The only plastic bags that can be recycled are your plastic grocery bags from the grocery store or from a retail store. So these thin film, unfortunately, no.
No, okay, so that goes garbage. That goes garbage. Juice containers.
Paper fiber, you'd like to recycle this, you want to put it in the blue box.
Okay,
that's
okay, things like your yogurt containers.
Yogurt. Well, first of all, it's very good to eat yogurt, Joe, so I'm glad to see you've got very healthy habits here. And yes, this should go into the blue box, not into the garbage. Years ago, you couldn't put these in the recycling. Now you can put it in recycling.
Okay, so that would mean this also goes into recycling, I would imagine. Yep. These containers.
Now, is that low sodium, Joe? Soy sauce, no name. Well, folks, get the no salt or the salt-free one. It's better for you, but regardless of your health, into the blue box.
Things like this.
Into the blue box.
Into the blue box. Okay, here's an interesting one. It is glass, but it is not the kind of glass that we would have, say, in the balls in stores, but other kinds of glass.
Unfortunately, right now, this is garbage. To you and I, it's a precious natural resource, but garbage.
When is that eligible for the blue box? What glass is eligible for that?
The challenge we have with all the plastics and all the glasses is that they make thousands of different types, and with plastics there's thousands of different types of resins, and they don't mix. They're not compatible with each other. So the glass that we can put in are usually your bottles and your cans. Vases or other types of glass we can't do because it's seen as a contaminant. When it'll be 2 or 3 years from now. So don't put, even though you might feel good, this is a glass vase, I had flowers in it, I don't want to throw it in the garbage, you have to. If you throw it in the recycling, you're actually hurting the environment.
Okay, so this happens to be plastics that we had from paint containers, from my children's artwork.
I have to separate those in two. These ones you cannot. Again, you can see the type of plastic, we can't recycle it. Okay. So your plastic bottles, your plastic yogurt containers can go in, the lids can go in, but this type of stuff, and if you've got flowers, like I buy cat grass for my cats, comes in little plastic containers, unfortunately right now, garbage. Isn't that wasteful? Someday it will be like this.
Okay, aluminum, it's a metal.
Aluminum can go in the blue box.
All aluminum?
Except for tin foil that you'd wrap your turkey or your chicken in.
Okay, so all aluminum can go in the blue box.
And why that bizarre, like you can see some there, maybe if you can pull it out.
Yes, okay.
Why can this be recycled and this can't? Because they're made differently. So this and this together are a contaminant. This on its own in the recycling stream, we can take it and we can reuse this. This is a contaminant, unfortunately. Someday we will not have a garbage can at all, Joe. We'll just recycle everything.
Okay, so now the next one is plastics.
Yeah.
Plastics from flowers.
Garbage. The plastics right now, the first step, because we've never taken plastics before in terms of the thin plastic. Plastic bags, grocery bags and shopping bags, go in recycling. Film like this from toys or from flowers, unfortunately, garbage.
In the garbage. This
Garbage.
was, right.
Now what is that, Joe?
I think that was probably a pizza of some sort.
Okay, food wrap, plastic wrap, pizza wrap, chicken wrap, all garbage.
Garbage. Newspaper.
Oh, unfortunately, even that, garbage.
Garbage. Okay, so all of this stuff is garbage. Plastics like forks.
Forks? Oh, it kills me, Joe. That is garbage too.
Ah, okay.
Now, what's that thing in your hand? Is that a dust buster?
This is some kind of dust buster. Toilet paper rolls. That goes in recycling.
Paper fiber, we love.
Paper, yes. This looks
you know
like...
This is a plastic. It can't be recycled. So if this was a dust buster or a toy or whatever type of plastic thing, plastic flower vase, unfortunately still garbage.
Garbage. Okay, food containers. Now, I know we had a big debate on council.
Yep.
So this is a little bit contaminated, very slightly, with
I'd say,
food
Joe,
debris.
you got your money's worth out of that salad. I don't think there's an onion or a carrot left in this. So good for you. You're very frugal with your money.
I'm sure
So,
it was my children.
This, I'd say, we actually have two options. You could put it in the recycling stream because it is so clean and you did such a good job eating your lunch. If it was contaminated, you could rinse it off and put it in there, rinse the food off and put it in the blue box. Or if it was filled with leftover lasagna that's disgusting and is getting moldy, you could put it in the green bin. So I would say this, because it's so clean and beautiful, better to make more paper tissue out of it. Once it goes in the green bin, it becomes compost or soil.
Right, okay. This is all paper, so we know where this goes.
Yeah.
This goes over there.
And Joe, you and I say this kind of simply, oh, well, this is very, oh, look at that. Ray threatens to block Ignatieff coronation. Who would have thunk it? But you and I think this is very obvious, that newspapers go into the blue box. I've done audits on the back of garbage trucks in my own subdivision with my own neighbors. I won't name names, but when I ripped open their green garbage bags, they were like a third of their garbage was things like newspaper and bottles.
Wow. Okay, how about things like bottles with lids, tops on it?
Bottle we love, top we don't love so much.
So we take
that off.
We separate it out.
Yep.
This goes in the recycling.
Yep, and that's garbage right now.
And that's garbage right now. Okay, let's see if there's anything else.
It's getting more disgusting as we go.
Cookie containers, cookie wraps.
Unfortunately, garbage and garbage.
Garbage.
Paper, that's garbage because it's a type of plastic.
Okay, but this goes in
We
there.
love that.
Oh, coffee cups.
A great coffee cup debate.
Yes.
Coffee cup, which is paper fiber, we'll take in the blue box, or you can put it in the green bin if there's junk still in it. But the lid is no good because the lid is plastic. Paper is good, plastic is good. Paper and plastic together contaminate each other.
So this one here,
so
it
right
has
now,
a little bit of...
I would say that's green bin.
This is green bin because it looks like a little sample from a store with chocolate in it.
Yep.
And so we're going to put this in the green bin, and this, because there's nothing in it, we'll throw in here.
Yep.
Everything else here is duplicated. I think...
Oh, except that one. That is an actual plastic bag.
Plastic bag. A plastic bag.
Finally, and we use about 1 billion plastic bags a year in the city of Toronto. That can go into the recycling. So it's very important for people to remember, the plastic bags you can put into recycling, but you can't put the plastics, baggies, the plastic from your bread, the plastic from your food.
All this.
If you've wrapped your meat or your vegetables in plastic, that's all garbage. This is recycling. I think we got it down to a... It's still
people have any
disgusting.
questions, how do they figure it out?
Well, really, what's smarter than even you and I, Joe, is this calendar. Most people have this garbage calendar at their home, on their fridge, somewhere in their house. There's an actual recycling guide that literally is, if you have nothing to do on a late night and want to get to bed early, read this. It's fascinating. The calendar has got 1,001 facts in it. So look at your calendar. If you don't have a calendar at home, call your friendly neighborhood counselor and they'll give you one for free. So consult with this if you really need what's going on in the world of recycling. It's fascinating, it's fun, and it's very exciting.
Thank you, Glenn. This
You're
has
welcome,
been
Joe.
an amazing education for your residents, my residents, and all Toronto residents to know exactly what goes where. Thank you very much.
No problem, Joe.